Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Lebron 19, or I guess the Lebron 19 PE. Specifically, the Lebron 19 that LeBron James has been wearing, you know what I mean? Or that he wore in a game, you know? Obviously it was preseason. But anyways, shout out to Nike LeBron Net, and he actually did a post about this. He says, "The King is already using a modified pair with a different air unit profile. I guess we should get used to it by now. I would love to have this explained though," right? And on the bottom, I believe this is a WNBA player wearing the shoe. And then on top is LeBron James, right? And wearing the shoe. And it's pretty easy to see that the air unit is a lot smaller in the LeBron 19. You know what I mean? Like a lot smaller. And we've also seen this in the LeBron 17. You know, if you guys remember, the air bubble looks a lot bigger in the regular, or I guess GR releases. And also just like the other NBA players that were wearing this shoe, the air bubble looked a lot bigger than LeBron James's PE. And of course, we have that whole fiasco with the LeBron 15. So the LeBron 15 came out, it was good, it was nice, it was dope, right? And then LeBron tweaked his ankle, and then we started seeing pairs with an outrigger on it. Remember that? And it's like, yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense because LeBron hurt himself and then he needs more lateral stability. So you want to make the shoe a little bit wider, and then that's why they added an outrigger, right? So what are we getting? Are we getting like a defective product a little bit? You know what I mean? And that's just a problem that LeBrons have always had, is that they're just so high up off the ground. And of course, there's usually a zoom unit, you know, right here, and just like it's not very stable, you know. And also, like I said, there's no outrigger, so it's like pretty narrow, so the lateral stability isn't very good in LeBron's. And just add an outrigger, that's all you have to do, you know. Just make the shoe a little bit wider, and it'll definitely be a lot more stable. And also, going way back, remember the Kobe ADs? Remember this? Well, what Nike did with the zoom unit here, it says Nike zoom here in the heel, and you guys can see, like, when I looked at it, or also like in the pictures, I was like, yo, like that zoom unit looks pretty damn thick. Look at that. You know what I mean? But remember, we saw the teardowns of the Kobe AD, and it was just like a stupid plastic thing that Nike made to look like a very, very thick zoom unit here. Remember that? So like Nike was kind of deceiving us. You know what I mean? So it's like, I guess this is a Nike thing. You know what I mean? As far as like other defects go, I mean, Under Armour also had the Curry 6 defect where the outsole like pretty much ripped off, you know, for me. I feel like it happened maybe like a week or two after playing in it. I don't really remember, but I remember it happening pretty quickly. And that happened, and I did a video on it, and then a lot of you guys sent it to me on Instagram that yours did the same exact thing, you know, with the Curry 6. And then there was no statement from Under Armour, and then like a couple of months later, we started seeing the Curry 6 with a solid outsole. Remember that? So that's kind of shady, you know, or I guess it's not shady, you know. I definitely think it was a mistake, you know, but I definitely think Under Armour should have made a statement on it, instead of just like kind of quietly, oh, here's a new Curry 6 kind of modified with a solid outsole, you know what I mean? So it doesn't rip off, you know. But I guess like if you did have a problem with the regular Curry 6, you could have just returned it, you know. But anyways, there was that. And remember the Jordan Why Not 0.2 with the outsole? It didn't happen to me, but it happened to a lot of you guys in the forefoot. The actual like outsole was ripping off. Remember that, where the zoom unit was? But of course, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's probably just a mistake, you know. But as far as modifying shoes goes, with LeBron's, we've seen it a good amount. I feel like the LeBron 18, when like his pairs, his PEs, the air bubble was also smaller, right? So I feel like I can play devil's advocate and see this from two ways, right? So LeBron is an athlete, right? He's a big ass dude. He's super heavy as well. And Air Max is pretty unstable, you know? So it's just like, please, first of all, just stop using Air Max. You know what I mean? Air Max is terrible. It's not a very good cushioning setup. You know what I mean? But anyways, he's a big dude. He's heavy, so he's gonna put a lot more compression into his air bubble, right? So he's a professional athlete. He's way stronger, he's way bigger than the actual population of people. So obviously it's gonna need to be smaller, right? So I guess that does make sense. And for like the general population, like me, or even people that are a little bit bigger than me, maybe like 6 foot, you know, weigh also a little bit more, they don't need that type of modification in their shoes as LeBron, right? So I guess that does make sense. You can look at it that way, but it's like, why would you do that? Just give us what LeBron has then. I mean, it's his shoe and you're marketing it as his shoe. So why can't you just do the same exact thing as his shoe? You know what I mean? It's kind of like the same thing that they do with their budget shoes, like the Witness, the LeBron Witness, or the Kyrie Flytrap, or like the KD Trey. Like these signature athletes don't really play in those shoes that much, but then you're marketing it as their shoe, kind of deceiving like the consumer, saying that, oh, this is the new KD, but it's the KD Trey, you can get it for cheaper, but KD doesn't even wear this shoe. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that, I feel like. So I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. As far as where I stand, I'm not 100% sure where I stand. I do definitely agree though that LeBron he's a professional athlete. He's like very, very different than me, obviously. But also it's just like, just give me his shoe, man. Like, just why can't you just take his shoe and just like give it to us? And definitely with the LeBron 15, I was pretty upset about it, I would say, as well, because of what they did. You know what I mean? Like I did a whole video on it like a couple of years ago, but it's just like, are we getting a defective product? You know, because it's just like, this is not laterally stable. Look at that. There's nothing. It doesn't protrude out or anything. And you're high up off the ground. Like if you saw the dismantling, this was like, you were like 25 millimeters off the ground, which is insane, especially here in the 4-foot. The regular, I feel like, is like 15, 13 millimeters off the ground. You know what I mean? So it was just absolutely insane. And then we started seeing LeBron with a modified pair, which is like, oh, I need a better, I need to fix my shoe, and whatever's on the market right now and whatever consumers are buying is like, I don't really care. You know what I mean? But anyways, what do you guys think? I guess also maybe it's just like, LeBron's foot is huge, so maybe that's why the air unit looks smaller comparing it to like the other shoe that's on the bottom, but still, like, it looks a lot smaller. But anyways, I feel like we've seen this a lot with LeBron's shoe. I mean, like from the 15 and like the 16, I don't think there was any problems. I feel like we did see some 16s where he did have an outrigger on it, and the regular 16 doesn't have an outrigger. The 17 with the air unit, the 18 with the air unit, and the 19 again with the air unit. So tell us what you guys think of this whole thing down in the comment section below. Like I said, I feel like I see it from both ways, so I don't really know where I stand, honestly. But that about concludes this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.